Continues. Right, on to the next one. Light the second candle. Even in the darkest hours, even in the longest nights, the spark of life lingered on, laying dormant, waiting, ready to return when the time was right. The darkness will leave us now as the sun begins its journey home. And finally, Gemma, third candle. Now, normally, the sun candle is a much bigger candle and you can decorate it. So you can draw on it and you can create designs or anything all about the sun. And it's about honoring the sun. But what we've done here is we've created it through 3 candles and putting it in a little sort of circle. Although I know that arguably it's probably a triangle. But right now, this is the sun. As the wheel turns, light returns. The light of the sun has returned to us, bringing life and warmth with it. The shadows will vanish and life will continue. We are blessed by the light of the sun. Over to Natasha.
That's beautiful. Why can't I look up and see there's something bright above me? Why can't I see I'm the seed? I need a little nourishing, but I'll get there and I will grow on my own. I took my time to see that right in front of me is all I need. You came and you cherished me. Don't just pick me up to leave me standing by so prettily, 'cause I'm more than just your seed. I'm more than just an ornament to keep. This seed will grow out into the world, but for no one else but me. But I may need help, just see the potential I could reach with some nourishing. The potential just within reach, beyond the surface of my dream. Deep within me is something beautiful. I just need to break through the surface to reach its feet. Sometimes we just need a little nourishing to grow out of our seed, but not to be used to stand by, looking on prettily. I'm more than just your ornament to keep. This seed will grow out into the world, but for no one else but me. But I may need help, just see the potential I could with some nourishing. The potential just within reach, beyond the surface of my dreams. Why can't I look up and see that right in front of me is all I need?
And because in Zoom we can't really do an applause, which is really strange, we can either do this or we can do that, but however you feel comfortable. But that was absolutely wonderful, Natasha. Natasha, do you want to maybe just introduce where that came about, or is that putting you on the spot?
No, I can do that. Yeah, this that was written during one of the writers' workshops I did with Magical Women. So actually, it was from, we would get like little sort of like bits of stimulus like during like the week before our next session, and it was a drawing of a woman inside a plant pot, and I just picked up the guitar and that's what came out. So, so yeah.
And so when she shared it at the sort of sharing gathering at the very end of the workshops, I think all of us were just like, because it was absolutely wonderful. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So yes, so now we are going over to our open mic session 1. We're just going to be very quick to find out because we want to make sure we don't know the actual. I'm going to put myself back on spotlight, sorry, so that you're not just on the screen. Yes, I just want to make sure that so we don't know all of the people in this session 1, so we're just going to message them very quickly and find out if one of them is okay to go first. The reason why we message rather than call it out is because we're all neurodivergent and we're not always quite sure if that can be kind of stressful being put on the spot. If you ever feel like that, if you feel very, very stressed or very like you can't, that's fine. Just message Gemma and go, I can't do it. And that's we'll sort out a way that will be really accessible for you. Does that mean, Megan, that that's fine for number 1?
I haven't checked. I haven't messaged that person. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what we were doing.
Yeah, we're going to do that really quickly. So
I'm just doing it now. Okay. You're doing it, Gemma.
So I know this is really awkward feeling, but it's just better to do it this way than to be calling someone out and then they're not completely ready. So bear with us for 1 second.
I mean, I can just say it after I've been messaged. I just have to go downstairs and go to the piano, and my family are in the room. So if I could go second, that would be great. Unless you want to wait.
No, that's great. We second, and
I'll go get ready.
Fantastic. Thanks, Geraldine. And Rebecca then. Rebecca, are you ready to go first if Geraldine goes second?
Is that me?
Yes, Rebecca Buckle, sorry.
Yes, I can do. I don't mind.
Okay, Rebecca.
Right. I'm just going to move my camera.
We spotlight you now, though, so.
So just a quick introduction. I'm going to sing a Coventry Carol, which is one of my absolute favourite bits of choral, medieval choral music. And because you can't really appreciate it unless you appreciate all the sexy medieval dissonance, I've recorded a quick accompaniment for it on a trio of recorders, of all things. So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to have a go anyway. Right. Oh, sister. do, how may we do, for to preserve this day is triumphing, for whom we do sing. Bye bye, Louie, Herod the king in his raging charges he hath listed. His men on light in his own sight, O young children to slay. That woe is me, O child, for thee, and evermore none may. For thy parting, neither say nor sing. Bye bye, Louie, Louie. Louie, Lula, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, Louie, Louie.
Wow, well done. That was amazing. And I'm going to read out a lot of the wonderful feedback that you've gotten. So I love this song. That is so fab recorder work. My favorite, beautiful. This is my favorite carol too. What a powerful song. Beautiful, beautiful. Natasha too. Your voice warms us like candlelight in mitten-covered hands. I love this carol, a gorgeous version. That was beautiful. It made my ears feel tingly. This is a good thing. That reached right in, perfect listening to this by candlelight. It gave me joy. Sexy medieval dissonance. Haha, I love that. Thank you so much. That was really wonderful. So our next, are they ready, Geraldine?
Yes, ready. Might be some ambient sound from my family eating, but just try and ignore that. Yeah, okay. So I am, I just actually discovered the group today through a post that Frances Norton shared. I don't know if Frances is around yet. But
She'll be joining us at 8 o'clock.
brilliant, cool. This is a short song that usually would be it would be looped with a vocal looper, and it's in rounds. But today I've just got the piano, and it's called Soft Instructions, Slow Down, and it kind of self-explanatory really. But I will say no more, but I'll sing it for you. Speaking slowly helps you slow down, moving slowly helps you slow down. Slow it down, slow it down. Chill out, chill out. Slow it down, slow it down. Chill out, chill out. Speaking. Place yourself. Slow down. Don't raise yourself. Thank you.
That was absolutely, yeah, that was I wanted to almost say it almost felt like a self-portrait for myself. I've many a time been in that sort of kind of mood in my head, and it was just yeah, someone said captivating. I'm just going to read some of the comments because, by the way, at the end of the open mic, probably after the holidays now, because we're going to take a break, but I will send all the comments to everyone who performs in the open mic. Some of the comments are just wonderful. So, well, all of them are. Was it great name and the perfect calendar day to sing it? Was this for that? Was that comment for this song or was it for the other one? Yes. I love the sparkle that contrasts the feel of this song. Beautiful. Your voice is incredible. Gave me shivers down my spine. I could listen to this as a mantra. Completely captivating. Divine. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, sorry. Well, the reason why we, spellbinding, divine, whoopsies, that was so healing for my heart. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you, lovely. Really feel emotional. Old, lovely song. I feel like I need to listen to you sing every morning to start off the right way. Mantra is what I was thinking too. So thank you so much, Geraldine, for sharing that song with us. It really, it really poured into and I think out of our souls as well. So if you're feeling a little bit extra energetic, it's probably because we're all around you too. Right, so that brings us to the next person in open mic session 1, Pauline Seawards. I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Where are you, Pauline? Right, I will spotlight you.
Oh, you pronounced my name right. That's amazing.
Oh, did I? Great.
Yeah, it's quite hard to do. What a beautiful evening. I'm loving this so much, all the music. I'm not a singer, so I hope I'll just read a couple of poems, okay? And I've got one. It needs a little bit of background. It's like a little kind of prayer for my grandson who's in Japan, where if you stay in a hotel, there's kind of like a torch and a kind of earthquake kit. Although generally it's much safer there than it is here at the moment. But at the edge of the typhoon, you cotton coverlet your ears against darkness. Ritual guides you here. In the steamy bathroom, a towel licks your back like a dog's tongue. Fur is essential to stave off darkness. You seem to hug the toy bear, but the bear hugs you. In the mountains, monkeys with red faces sneak down to the shining mirrors of paddy fields. They run into gardens, steal apples and plums, juice spurts. They hold the fruit against their chins with precise arching fingers. On screens and in the temples and once a year at school, there are monsters. The wind is the breath of a monster. Random colours chime and fill the paper cheeks of the house until your dreams shatter, delicate as pastry. Your eyes beetle crush the darkness in the wide bed where you sleep with your family. Breathing balances the wind's moan. The bear hugs you for comfort. Nothing is certain. Everything is certain. The star at the window, pine forest spreading its jagged rug over the mountains, the morning. And if it's okay, I've got one more short poem. and this is called Spirograph, and it's kind of about spirographs and change. Spirograph. A child unwraps her present on birthday morning. Plastic filters of neon and rose like vintage aviator glasses. Inserts her pen, starts patterns of not quite repetition, scrawls from neatness, explores distortion. My friend said spirograph, but he means spirometry, the measurement of breath in lungs that are losing function. Saturn's hard return takes 30 years, but our bodies replenish in 7. I'm moving out of reminiscence row as the wheel of change becomes a spiral. Thanks for listening.
I'm also like mid-typing, so you'll have to wait for me to just put that in the chat, and it was absolutely wonderful, Pauline. I'm going to give everyone just like a little bit of a moment in case they're still like maybe typing in chat something about your poetry. We feed back this way because it's sometimes easier than like verbally feedbacking, because I would end up probably stuttering. But I will start with at the top. So, hi, Pauline. Lovely to see you. Thanks. Beautiful as usual. That was wonderful. I love the paper cheeks of the houses. Uncertainty is something I needed to hear a poem about. It was beautiful and connected me to the senses and emotions. Thank you. Such beauty. Oh, if you want, I can spotlight myself because I don't want you to maybe be and with such beautiful words. Wish I could comprise words together like this. So inspiring. And then there's a plug. Wonderful wordsmithing. Thank you. So evocative and so many wonderful symbols. Lovely poems. That was utterly wonderful. Really enjoyed them. I felt like I was in the woods in the nighttime and the furred bear. Thanks. Oh, and that was you. Thanks so much for listening. Whatever happened to spirographs brought back memories of happy creations. Really feel cherished and cocooned by the intonation of your voice too. Thank you, Pauline. Beautiful imagery. Thank you for sharing. Not quite neatness is a phrase I connected with so much. Spinning cycles of time, earthly and heavenly bodies dancing in and out of alignment, dreamy connections to the stars. Thanks. Love the idea of wheel to spiral. So she's stolen what I was going to say. I love the wheel to spiral, and I loved how that actually connected with the wheel of light that we did in our first ritual this evening. So much to think about. The image of spirals, so emotive. Spirals are very important to neurodivergence, aren't they? Yes, they are. So thank you so very much. Those are our open mics for this evening, and now we're going to go over to Wendy Young, who's our poet of the evening. Well, she's joined also by our artist of the season, who's also chosen to share poetry, and our artist of the season will be coming after 8 o'clock. But we're now going to welcome Wendy. So I'm just going to find her amongst all the faces. 1 second. Oh, there you are. Found you. I love what you're wearing. Okay. Oh, you're mute. You're on mute. Okay.
In the beginning, in the beginning was the breath. I get confused when I meet my heroes. I lose control of my marbles. It's like the man I called Dad. Glad the inhaler pulls on a ciggy like a gangster with a derringer. Cloaks of smoke surrounding Aurora. Her throat takes it in and makes brown stained teeth in her mouth, wide open, laughing in the cafe where she sits and drinks cups of treacly tea, adding stains to her chapel at pegs, now impaling a sausage and tomato, dripping fatty lard, hardening her arteries, once full of life, pumping blood from the heart of her, but now she don't give a damn, 'cause nothing touches her. With her stuff out of a skip, near the hostel where she puts a head down on a pillow, holding memories too hard for softness to come over her. She rants and she raves till she can't no more, then falling off to sleep, she dreams of a lover who loved her long ago, when her teeth weren't chapel hat pegs, brown from the strain of a ciggy in a finger, holding on to life like a gangster with a derringer. I cut my teeth on poetry. My gums bled, coursed through my veins, whacked my brain, words flooded my mind, filled my head, circulated confidence, stained and sped my tongue that rushed round like reeds on the wild river, stretched my uvula, jiggled my jugular, pumped my neck, exploded in my chest, fired my heart and freed my breath, healed my horse-kick solar plexus, swelled my bed, sweated wreck, spun around my belly in visceral shreds, nourished my eggs, ovulated and bred, oiled my creaking pelvis, my sacrum swiveled like Elvis, rushed through my legs. I was running with the wolves, found my pack, dealt and begged for more. My mental health and body said, this is what you've been looking for. Don't think I'm mad that my eyes stare. I want to hear every word you say. My fear, distraction. I must watch you intently. My mind will wander. I don't want you to think I'm unaware. I value your time, listening, talking. But I just need to look into your eyes. I know it's embarrassing. I don't know how else to concentrate. My mind goes off to other places. You're not boring me, but don't be afraid if my eyes bore into you. I've always been like this. Wandering is survival. Wandering is looking out for everyone. This wandering. Don't think I'm too eager because I'm fixing my eyes. You can't get away. I'm listening because you are giving to me, endowing my worth. I try hard to please, not worldly wise, not street. I always give a sigh of relief when my friend is successful. Glad the deceiver lied about degrees when she filled out applications. Said she had all sorts of examinations, but the only one she had ended in termination. Glad the believer prayed the Almighty would come down and receive her, but hope, like the smoke that eventually choked her and killed her, vanished into the ether. So Glad shuffled off her mortal slab, not knowing whether God or the devil would be her deliverer. Obit. Your obituary will be, what a bitch you were to me. Pitched me against the rest, said I was the best, enslaved me, possessed your power, prevented me sleeping comfortably. Then you'd begin No rest till you left. Dedication was all, light on, light off, noting passionate assonance, penning sorrowful dirges, chiming rhymes like ding-dong bells, swinging in cerebral sing-song hell. You would not let me be. Burden? I had a herd on my shoulders, bent body buckled under your weight. I died, I flied, I roared from the depths. A scream too far caused a war in my muddled head. Yes, you saved me. Yes, you made me. Payment was you took me to dark places. Backs of pubs, clubs, hubs of anxiety. Messed but also blessed. Gave me hope, gave me scope. I belonged, I was someone on another planet with you. Took me to the limit, time after time. The price, lonely, bitter, no voice. Desiring perpetuity, but guilty of missed opportunities. Ingrate, but remember me. Destiny caught up. Security won. Chains of the past sought me out. Drained, shamed, no room for sentiment. Finally, it's you or me. Before you are the death of me. Poetry, I lay you to rest until the next one pops in my head. Celibacy. Skinny mini minding me. I feel so very tiny, my jeans so tight. Is my bum too big in them? Please say no, I can hardly breathe. And my Levi'd thigh, cast your eagle eye. Are they bulging out of them? Please say no, because I so pushed and shoved in them. And my skinny rib top, are my breasts too full in it? Please say no, that my body's so lithe, because I want to be a skinny mini model, but big titty, fill up my top so you see more of me. You know what I mean? In my breast jugging, arse hugging, thigh tugging, long limb, lovely head, catwalking, all of me, well, most of me. There's always my mind. Is it mine or is it yours? Please say no, that I'm all there, because I want to be intelligent, have my own show and interview celebrities, but my thoughts don't always come collectively. I get my words mixed up and like I thought a diphthong was to hold my cheeks together. It was speed, then smack, and just a bit of LSD. What with a few lines from Charlie, I thought it was an angel. Then he seduced me with his ecstasy. Awesome enchantress. I am a queen, magnificent being. I am an empress, goddess supreme. I am worshipped, I am adored. I taste the blood on my avenger's sword. I am moonflight, I am solar, the blackest hole, the brightest star. The sparkle, feather of the nightjar. Small beak, big mouth, gape into the dark. Feeding on small pleasures beats my heart. The glisten, the vision, the listening ear, the spine of the temple of the book, the words you spell and weave, supply the succor, hold you up, caught in a web, a thorny bush, delving, look. A spell in my finger makes me bleed, a tiny scrape of wood could kill me. Yet I battle storms, overcome threats to protect my loves. Spelt I grow to feed your belly, swell your ego. Delve at your leisure, caress my flesh. My body is yours at my behest. Now the tide's turned, equal measures. No more 47 to say no to pressure. Flashes of magic on 220 buses. Rake my ashes, walking gravelly paths through graveyards, absorbing the bones. Breathing in praise of the magical wise ones. Awesome enchantress, behold my bladed tongue. Sovereign gold autumn chanter, yours for the taking, but take care to smear, to wear out my trust. Ashes to ashes, you are dust. Mantra. I am a queen, a magnificent being. I am an empress, a goddess supreme. I am worshipped, I am adored. I am the blood on my avenger's sword. I am moonflight, I am a star. I am a sparkle in the night jar.
Wonderful.
It's
Okay, thank you.
very
Gemma,
powerful.
over to you. Gemma's going to take over.
Absolutely. So we've had a few comments about all of this, Wendy. Starting with amazing outfit. Yeah, really, really striking. Wendy, beautiful, spellbinding performance. That's from Pauline Seawards to everyone. Rebecca Buggle, love it. Tallulah, wonderful dynamic words. Great storytelling and wordplay. I love how you just read it. Just as you read it, you acted with your voice. Did you write this? I'm pretty sure you did.
All of
Yeah, this is incredible. You should be famous for this. Yes, poetry does that to you, but how wonderful. Feels like fire. Don't. I don't know what that's for, but don't. That was an abrupt tug into the dark cave of the storyteller. It's thrilling and a bit frightening. Wendy channels my inner thoughts. I'm sure we were parted at birth. Your words feel really alive. Power and fire, Wendy. Chilling, but so honest and raw passion. Such passion. Feels like being out at night in the rain and the city lights, feeling alive and attuned. I feel like I could do anything right now, so empowered. What a roller coaster ride. Vivid, engaging, colourful, bold and brave, honest and raw and funny and relatable. Flesh escaping the cages of society, up yours to narrow body standards. Rocking it, Wendy. Love the affirmative quality of that. Wonderful. Gosh, there are so many. I love the way that your poetry feels like a conversation, but not with the listener. All of them feel like you're speaking to someone specifically. The way that you deliver them feels so familiar. Love. I think I might have to wrap it up there just so that we can move on to the next part of the evening.
Oh,
but kind of
thank you.
Someone did mention where can we read it, and you can read especially her last two poems in the Magic Women magazine. So if you've not yet bought it, do buy our magazine. And if you've got it, find Wendy's name. Her awesome enchantress is definitely in the magazine along with the mantra. Fantastic. So Gemma's also actually going to take over. It was just a kind of reply to the comment. Gemma is going to teach us.
Well, actually, because of the way that Zoom works, I shall not be singing this. We're going to hand over to Natasha because she's very kindly agreed to sing and play the guitar. But we have rewritten Silent Night, the well-known, hopefully, Christmas carol, but the Magical Women version. So in a minute, Eleanor is going to share that to the screen so that everybody can see it. There we go. We've divided it up into 3 parts here, just because if you don't necessarily feel confident having a crack at the whole thing, then you can just pick apart and go for that. But the only person we'll really be able to hear will be Natasha because of Zoom. So we're going to spotlight her, and she sounds brilliant. But I would suggest I will be here in my house with the flickering candles, singing my heart out, and you will be able to see that on the screen. So I think we could probably just hand over to Natasha, and let's let her go. We'll mute everyone else, I'm afraid.
Okay. Silent night, winter night, all is calm, all is bright. Here's to maiden, mother, and crone. Magic women, we're never alone. Share your glorious war, born Oh, born. Sorry, guys.
Do we want to, now we've got the tune back in our head, shall we have a bit going from the top?
Sorry, from the top, yes.
Is that all right, Natasha?
Yeah.
And Natasha actually suggested earlier, if people wanted to record themselves singing along and then put it up on social media, they can, but you don't have to. We do have a Magical Women Facebook page where you can share that.
Gemma, it's okay if Zoom steals someone's voice. It'll just be one of those, what's that called when it's like you don't know who's going to get the chili, you know, when you eat a chocolate or something. What's that called?
It depends how comfortable everyone is with that, but if everyone's comfortable, maybe we should give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, we'd separated into 3 groups, but then we thought that's going to be really complicated in Zoom because we can't really unless we read you out on a register. But if you just assign yourself a number, if you believe yourself to be 1, 2, or 3, and then when it's 1's turn, sing 1, and if it's 2's turn, sing 2, and 3's turn, sing 3. And then if that's complicated, you can sing the whole thing. Or do as my brother and I did in church and go, because we were completely lost. So let's have a go. Natasha, you're going to lead us. And, what's that called? And it will just be a kind of surprise whoever Zoom spotlights or, the voice. So should we start? Who's 1 with me? I'll be 1. Okay.
2 if you like, that's fine.
2 and Megan, if you'll be 3, and then anyone else people can just join in. Yeah? Okay, all the 1s in the room who decided to be 1s, let's just turn our mics off and start with Natasha. Go on.
Silent night, winter night,
Choose.
all is calm, all
is bright.
Praise.
Here's to lend another red crow.
magic
Magic
women will never alone.
Choose.
Share your
Glorious
glorious
voice,
Share your
glorious voice.
winter
Good
night,
Down.
starry night,
Choose.
passing by, firelight,
Praise.
wrapped in glory's
Woven with art.
magic women are making a start.
God.
Hear
voice.
is God
As in us all.
the night, sharing our light.
2.
Hear word, hear
Radiant gathering in this place.
celebrating our end.
And grace.
Thanks,
Thanksgiving
Here's
with
to
us.
a wonderful year.
We will tell everyone those lyrics so that yes, we'll email you those lyrics so that you'll have a new Christmas carol and a new solstice song for the year. Right. Did everyone enjoy that? Has anyone?
Yeah, it's great.
That was lovely.
Yeah. Right. So that brings us to, well, that was our Magical Women Christmas Mystery Surprise. And actually, I missed out the introduction. I went straight to the song. But This was the introduction to the song. In workshops this year, we discovered the power of mantra as not only a way to communicate our access needs to reduce our access barriers, but we also discovered the power of mantra as a tool to shine out against the neurotypical adversities we face in the world. By neurotypical, we do tend to mean systems, structures, that really don't often give opportunity or chance to those of us who think, feel, and behave very differently. So this evening, we celebrate through sharing with you Magical Women's version of Silent Night. Gemma would have been leading with Natasha the song, and I made a joke, but it kind of falls flat now. Gemma will be leading the song and will be able to get us all into key. But with Zoom, that's a bit impossible. Right, so thanks very much for trying that out with us. Right, so we have another song from Natasha. Just trying to find you. By the way, this is a relaxed event, but it is 2 hours and we've squished it and it goes quite fast. If at every time you need the loo and you're sitting there going, I need the loo, I need the loo, just go to the loo, it's fine. And when you come back, especially if you're in the open mic session 2, do not worry, we will never ever miss you. You're there if you've signed up. Right, over to Natasha.
Hello. Another Christmassy song.
Wait, Natasha, you've been muted.
Oh, Natasha, you're muted.
Who did that?
Sorry, guys. Absolute fail. Start again. Another Christmas song. But Joni Mitchell style. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here. It stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. He tried hard to help me. You know, he put me at ease. He loved me so, known he made me weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I would skate away on. I'm so hard to handle. I'm selfish and I'm sad. And I've gone and lost the best baby that I ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach me to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I would skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's really weird, isn't it, not being able to hear the audience clap? But, you know, we should actually, I think I should have had a kind of machine that I'd kind of like, you know, wheel out so that everyone could hear. We just have a bit of tech difficulty. 1 second, I'm just going to re-co-host someone. so they can be in charge of letting people in. So 1 second, but that was absolutely wonderful. Can everyone just show their hands for Natasha so that we know? Let's, okay, I'm going to, where is Megan? I can't find Megan now. Is Megan still in here?
It looks like it might have kicked her out again, so I just...
No. Okay, big apologies about this. Megan isn't on the island, so Megan's gone abroad, and so the internet where she is a little bit dippy-dappy. But someone's just private messaged me and said that their friend just bought a ticket. I just want to check: are they in? Are they the person that's just come in or not? Because I can't do all the private messaging, sorry, because Megan's the one who does. That's you. Okay, great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, great, you're in. Sorry to have to call you out. It's just that Megan deals with all of that, and now that we don't have Megan, it's a bit hard for me to be doing 1,000 things at the same time and check the inbox and all this other kind of stuff.
I've just messaged her on Instagram, so hopefully she'll be back here shortly.
Okay, great. You are co-host as well, Jem, so you can also let people in when you see them kind of hovering. Cool, right. Okay, so let us have a look. So we have our open mic session 2. So person who just joined, absolutely wonderful that you're in because Sparky is up. Right. Where's Sparky? 1 second. Sorry.
Do I need to unmute myself?
Yes. And you've unmuted yourself. Delightful.
Yeah. Do I need to do the thing that I've just done? I like answering my own questions. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Apologies for the sort of bad lighting. I live in the dark, so that will explain a lot. I'm going to do a couple of poems. I've loved everything so far. I mean, I make music as well, but I thought I'd just do a couple of spoken word bits this evening. This is this one's about a poem about travel, and I'm not a really particularly well-traveled person. Sort of, well, as I'm sure many of you will relate, certain barriers have limited how much of that I've been able to do, but when I have, it's been worthwhile. So this a poem about getting a connecting bus from San Francisco to Oakland to get a train down the West Coast in America, which in itself was a bit of a palaver, but a good palaver. So it's called 0745. 0745 connection, early bird. Adrenaline carries in absence of caffeine. Through the chute, my lifeline, I trust to reunite with her in slow. Embryonic barricades. I wonder whether obstacles worth conquering. Who can question our integrity when driven here by brutality, suspicion, and medical models? Late spring, seasonal barometers swaying like pendulums of fate. Kyber navigate through narrow cracks of clarity with no reward, no praise or grace in the face of ascension. Time flies, time for Lou, time for low, time will flow. Evidence has rarely held much currency. My potent goblin king ushers me down his labyrinth, informed it's for protection. From whom? Myself, of course. Cool. Okay, and I'm going to do another one, which is, I sort of feel a bit bad kind of throwing a bit of like politically charged energy and rage into such a lovely and serene kind of setting. But I will do my best. I'll keep it sort of upbeat and engaging. So this is cool. This is about basically about gendered marketing, and it's called A Lot to Answer For. Okay, there's a lot of syllables here, so I'm just going to take a bit of a deep breath first. Old drama warm-ups. Well, the festive season's coming and the stock is piling high. Come and get it while it's hot. Mind your fingers, hands and eyes. Yet the stalls they proudly advertise their toys for her or him. Be a princess, be a soldier, make it run and dance and swim. And yet so brazenly we normalise the pigeonholes they fall and dictate our child's identity regardless of how small. I don't know the solution, but gender has a lot to answer for. Now my friends are getting married. The date is looming large as they try to reconcile the overwhelming charge. On the register, her father's name, it looms in black and white. Never mind her mother's input. Never mind she's here tonight. And so just how come his parents haven't come with their permission slip? Permission split? That sounds like a really sort of boring banana ice cream. Is he somehow far more capable of doing grown-up stuff? I don't know the solution, but gender has a lot to answer for. So, I'm trawling through the comments of an online broadsheet page, and I'm trying to make sense of all that incandescent rage that some contributors make when a magical woman shares her views, as though she lacks the capability of engaging with the news. Well, guess what, my friend? These websites are not solely your domain. Try getting out more. Maybe it will curb your wild disdain. I don't know the solution, but gender and society has much to answer for. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Enjoyed everything so far, and apart from this was a horrible feeling. On with the evening.
And I think everyone should know as well that I don't know if anyone's read our Magical Women manifesto, but Sparky wrote it with me. And Sparky is an absolutely incredible, he doesn't like to be called actually a musician comedian. Is it a comedian that you don't? Yeah. But he's, I would
Only
say,
because I'm not funny.
Political poet that just happens to be incredibly funny, but the humor comes from that rage that you're talking about, the incandescent rage. I think I'm the loudest laughter in your audience because I laugh because I'm also so angry at the same time. But yeah, so this is who Sparky is. So,
call it rafter or I don't know, rage chuckles.
Rage chuckles, that does sound like a clown.
Yeah, so that's like a really angry episode of Chuckle Vision. To me! To you!
We are going to, well, we could have left it on you. It's just I'm never sure like how, but we are going to read out some wonderful comments that came on. Oh my gosh, it's always hard to know which one was for what. I think it starts from... The performance and the reading is delightful, lovely, bring it on. That was really good. Pendulum of Fate. Go for it, Sparky. Lovely so far. Kiss, kiss. Powerful poetry. Wow, brilliant reading. Really relate with the poetry. So true, read gender stereotyping with toys. Wow, the speed you managed was great. Love the energy. It really does have a lot to answer for. Love it. Gender certainly has a lot to answer for. Yes, Sparky, capital letters, big exclamation mark. I wish I was this eloquent with my rage. I have a hell of a lot of it. Great craft, meaning and delivery. I am finding your political anger makes me feel stronger and supported. What a wonderful comment. Jane, you are hysterical. Awesome. Thank you. I think that was just to Jane. I don't think that's to you were wonderful. Thanks. Sparky, the thing you said about the banana cracked me up. Told you were funny, Sparky. Don't feel horrible. You are great. Wonderful. Cracked me up too. And he says he ain't funny. You are funny, Sparky. I loved every minute. I loved your energy, Sparky. I feel happy, stronger, and cheered up by your present. Thanks. Oh, that's you. Great. You are very much at home with us. So yes, and if you haven't read the Magical Women Manifesto yet, I really highly recommend you do. It is kind of at the very bottom of everything on our homepage, but I'm just incredibly grateful to Sparky for helping me write it. I tend to sometimes not know if something sounds like, and Sparky's just great at getting in there and then, yes, adding a tiny bit of a spark to each sentence. Right, so we're going to go off to the next person in our lineup for this evening, and that's Jane Kendrick. Sorry, this is when I'm trying to find all of you. If you could just put your hand up, which I know sounds a bit odd, like a little wave. There you go, I found you. Right, spotlight. And unmute yourself as well. Or I can try and do that. If I find, there you go. I'm going to ask to unmute.
I can unmute myself. Hello, I'm here. I've been eating and things. That's what I do. So, okay. So I decided, Sidri and I am now published author and a photographer. I'm going to read a little bit. Well, I think I've got time for all of what they've printed. I've timed it, so it should be okay. So I'm going to read My Secret Garden in the book. So I'm really excited to be included in this. So thank you, magical women. Right. My garden is wild. No manicured perfect lawns here or regimented control. Nature has been allowed to take its course with a gentle guidance by human hand when needed. The colour is predominantly green with flashes of dazzling colour, purple, pink, orange, red, with a smattering of more delicate muted tones. Full of light and shade. The sound of water bubbles in the background. A natural stream flows along one side. Huge, tall trees stand majestically strong. Their branches sway in the breeze with a sound almost imperceptible. Where am I? A swing hangs from a lower branch made from rope and treated wood. The garden feels endless as the trees provide a natural wall, and I lose myself in this magical clearing. My secret place that only I can find. The beauty, the quiet, and the stillness has no end. I am at peace here. I feel safe. I am enclosed and protected, nourished and stimulated by the natural sounds and the fragrant smells. When I found this garden, it was as if I'd always known it, but never seen it in my waking life. I had finally come home to somewhere I belonged. Like stepping through the wardrobe and finding myself in Narnia, the land of my childhood dreams. I take refuge in this oasis of calm. Nobody here to question me, nobody to reject, hurt, or misunderstand me. Noise! There is so much noise in the world. Here, I am embraced and soothed by the silence. The lack of human presence quietens my soul. I feel refreshed by the cool breeze and bask in the heat of the sun. I feel alone, but never lonely. This landscape fits me exactly. I feel like myself. I have escaped. I am transformed. I have found my joy in a spiritual home at last.
I know you're on Spotlight, so you can't see, but in a grid, everyone is clapping and everyone's giving a wonderful applause. And
I put them on grid because I can't look at myself on the screen. It's horrible. So I'm looking at.
So I'm going to also read out.
Oh, thank you.
Read out the wonderful comments that have been coming through. So been reading this, Jane, and it's like you are the garden, ? Jane, this poem is making me feel safe and very emotionally held through the emotions of it. I can really feel the garden, the lovely solitude. Is this secret garden real? I want to visit, ! This poem makes me feel like I know you. I can't wait for the warmth to grow back into the sunlight. I love your reading, Jane. I love your gentle voice. Great reading. The poem, made me feel really, sorry, that was because it disappeared in front of my eyes. The poem made me feel really calm, magical, thank you. The plants in the garden are swaying and I'm planting bulbs for the swing. Swing or spring?
Swing. There's a swing.
Spring.
The swing. Oh,
There's a swing.
this is what a garden is in all of its emotion and the softness in your voice. So thank you so very much, Jane, for that really beautiful share.
It was an honour, and it is all thanks to a Magical Women session where that all came out. That was created there. So thank you. It wouldn't have come out anywhere else.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and also, I don't know if everyone else is recognizing this, but the comments that we're all adding, like they almost create new poetry or new like richness. And sometimes, especially when music sometimes is added, a whole new kind of lyrics and poems come out of this. So do use the comments, do use anything that is given to you and offered to you as a gift this evening, you know, take them. And I promise that I will, you can also save the chat for yourselves. So next to file, there's like these 3 little dots. You can press on there and you can press save. And then you've got all those, you know, lovely, rich vocabulary for yourself. And we do recommend artists to, I will unspotlight you, sorry, I am realizing, so that, you know, so it's sometimes quite rare for many neurodivergents to hear really lovely things, and it's also rare sometimes to get feedback in a way that nourishes our creative souls. So, you know, do just feel free to kind of take the words and add them to your own and create and create and create and respond and respond and respond. Without further ado, we are coming to our artist of the season for winter. So artist of the season for autumn was Anna Dyson, and on Magical Women, you can, I'm just going to spotlight her, Anna, for 1 second, but just, I'll introduce very quickly and then we'll go straight to Francis. But Anna Dyson has this absolutely wonderful exhibition on the Magical Women website about trees. It's called Bark in Richmond Park because it's about the tree bark, and she's able to capture not just faces, but kind of like archetypal animals and creatures and things in the bark in a way that only a neurodivergent could. And she also did this absolutely wonderful day in the life of a Magical Women artist, and she takes us through. So perhaps Anna, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I shall try. Oh, I do apologize about this. Finding you, there's Anna. We'll just kind of show Anna. So Anna is hello. She's artist of the season for autumn, and how maybe you can just answer.
I just wanted to show you my fire.
Oh, very toasty. Very. And
anyway, back to me. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm there. No. Here we go. I'm back.
Hi, Anna. Would you like to share anything about, you know, the 2 exhibitions, or particularly the one about the archetypes and the trees, and or am I just putting you on the spot right now?
No, it's fine. What I wanted to say was I'm so grateful to you, Eleanor, because, and I will put a post up soon because I know that I'm in the magazine as well, and I had this dream. I took all these photographs of trees during lockdown. I just developed this passion for trees, and I took nearly over 5,000 photographs of trees. I love the energy of trees. I loved honouring trees that had died and their resilience, and I kept seeing faces and all sorts of things in the trees. And because of you, I was able to share that passion with people, and I'm just so grateful to you. Thank you so much.
But I'm really grateful to you too, because I'm obsessed with archetypes and write about them all the time, but never have a place to share them. And it was because of your trees and your bark that you gave me a purpose for sharing. And actually, I would really say it was from that exhibition that the magical journeys began to go that way, into the archetypes and into the goddesses. So a massive thank you to you for being Artist of the Season for Autumn, for transforming my practice as well. So without further ado, we'll go from Anna, and we're going to go over to Frances Norton, and you can catch her exhibition, which is currently up on the Magical Women website, and it's currently on the Facebook page and also in the group if you're part of it. And Frances is now going to read, I think, three poems. Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eleanor. Thank you, and thank you for selecting me to be Artist of the Season. It's a real honour, and I just love being part of this group. And what I love most about it is that I come from like a teaching context where we're always talking about like really serious logical things. And in Magical Women, we can talk about feelings, we can talk about emotions, and we can talk about how our art practice, whether that's painting, drawing, clay, music, poetry, that art practice is like intrinsically enmeshed with our beings and our emotions and our feelings. And so it's really beautiful to have somewhere to be able to showcase that and to be among people who are so you know, so wonderfully gifted, and to be among you guys is really fantastic. So thank you for letting me into your circle. So I've got 3 poems today. They're not very long, so don't worry about it. The first one is about willow pattern and being a potter by trade. I've got a massive interest in pottery and pottery patterns and the patterns on pottery. So willow pattern's one of my favourite pottery motifs. And if you don't know, the story of the willow pattern is, you know, there's like an edging in blue and white, and in the middle is a picture of an island in Japan. And there's a little bridge with a lady running across the bridge, and then on the island is a house surrounded by a fence and an older man in the house. So the story goes that the girl falls in love with somebody that she shouldn't fall in love with, and the dad kicks her out, and that's why she's running off, and she's running off towards a little boat. So this is my reimagining of the willow pattern story. Willow pattern. Snappy handbags and porcelain ginger pots. The lovers banned from the spa local for smooching in the aisles. Why are dads such a pain in the ass? What do they know anyway? Were they ever really young and in love? The boat is waiting. A banged up beater of a boat. And they've paid the captain in 2 crates of Newcastle Brown. Their destination? Love Island in the Pacific. The edge of the pattern is theirs to create anew. The snapped willow, the kicked-in fence, the smashed pots, the shattered mirror. Where the motif runs out, what happens there? This is where their story begins. The old repetitions are left behind, forgotten in the amnesia of true love. The pattern is changing, mending, regrowing, piecing itself back together. The willow, the boat, the fence. Set sail and don't look back. The next poem is on a different thought. It's called Silence Poem, and it comes from a writing retreat where we were asked to write a poem about silence. And my interior monologue is extremely loud and chaotic, and it was really difficult to try and think about silence. And every time I tried to think about silence, I thought about loud things. So this is my silence poem. Silence poem. Let me scream and rage. rend my clothes, sob my heart out in pure frustration. Let my tongue be cleaved to the roof of my mouth with the wordlessness of my fury and despair. Let me smash priceless porcelains, rip costly canvases, fling myself into the torrenting vortex of the sea in a thunderstorm. Let me throw all the furniture from an upstairs window to splintering crunch and splitting asunder. Let me bloody my knuckles, punching time on the kitchen cabinets. If you need me not, if you want me not, if you love me not. If this be so, let me dive to bell depths of the ocean floor in silence. Let me close myself in a silent sauna of tears. Let me bury my head in the sand of silence. Let me become another self, a silent one, half bird, half snake, half woman, to fly the silent skies, shunned by every other creature. So my last poem is called Killed in the Nautilus of Herself. And it's a poem about the first day of school in a new school where I didn't know anybody. And I had to really hang on to the things that made me who I was and who I knew for certain that I was in my imagination and in my kind of dream world. So this Nautilus world is, it could be like from the Jules Verne novel. It could be a ship, it could be a boat, it could be a house, it could be a den. So, killed in the nautilus of herself, she dreams in polynomial time, multiverse. Each night a different life, crystal clarity. Playthings in a painted ladybird tin, vertebrae of a fish, single portion of ground black pepper. Tiny matryoshka from tight in the middle of the mama dolls. These things she takes out one by one, each with its own tale. Talisman of the first day of school, tokens of her nautilus world. Inside the Fibonacci curves, she is beyond reproach or recall, full of potential, myths and future lives, waiting to be born, gestating in rose-coloured dimness. The pink light making a fingernail home.
I'm muting, sorry, I muted myself. That was absolutely wonderful. We had, I think someone that you shared this event with earlier in the open mic, Geraldine, I think,
Yeah.
and she played the piano and she really sunk us in almost like one of those soft mattresses or when the grass is really, and I just could feel myself exactly the way she played us that song. That's exactly how I felt in your poetry, just sinking into your words, into your voice. It was really transcendent. So thank you so very much. I'm just going to read the comments that have come through. Oh goodness, I should find them a bit all the way at the top. Oh, they go on and on and on. There you go. You're brilliant, Francis. Your art is amazing. So there's someone who's probably already seen your art exhibition. We appreciate it. Don't look back, resounding. I long for silence. Wow, amazing. So many dimensions to the Willow Pattern poem. It is visible to me. Silence poem is exactly what my brain is like, 24/7 beautiful. Love the Willow Pattern words. Yes, Francis. Fabulous line. A silent sauna of tears. The longing for silence really resonates, and the loudness of the mind beautifully articulated. Ditto. Finding silence has been the most challenging task of my life. So very hard to find. Definitely well-deserved artist of the season. I agree. Beautiful poems. Jane, I hear you. Gorgeous, Francis. Resonant. Wonderful. And then Gemma's plugged you. Wow, need to read this. Strong images. Wonderful poems, Francis. Like melted chocolate. And I just wanted to add that the Willow poem and, a few of the poems that you've read, I think, can be found in the magazine, Magical Women magazine. And I think, Francis, yours will be sent on the 29th of December, after our break, because it just sort of clicked of a cutoff point. But yes, so do have a look in the magazine, because Francis's work is published in there. But her exhibition can be found on our website. Right. So thank you so very much. And again, if you need a little break or anything to go get yourself a glass of water, we aren't. Oh, sorry, I'll put the spotlight on me again. Sorry, it's very awkward, isn't it? We don't do breaks per se, because it's a relaxed sort of thing, so we go straight in. But if you are needing the loo or you are needing a quick drink, please just go and come back. That's absolutely fine. And if you're absolutely fine, just continue sitting here and enjoying. We do finish at 9, and so our next set is Natasha. Now Natasha's going to play a 15-minute set now of a mixture of her songs and Christmas songs. So I do recommend a drink to cheers to. Right, wonderful. Thank you, Natasha.
Hello. I'm actually not going to start with my song or a Christmas song, but I thought I would start with a bit of her name's gone from my brain. Nora Jones. Who I adore.
Sorry, Natasha, you're a bit quiet.
I'm a bit quiet. Can you hear me now? If I'm closer, go a bit up. Is that okay? Can you hear me now?
A bit better. It is still a
Okay.
tiny bit quiet, but yeah.
I might have bashed it or something. I'll move it closer. Okay. Try a song that might be better.
Perfect. This is great.
Okay. Spinning, laughing, dancing to her favorite song. A little girl with nothing wrong is all alone. Eyes wide open, always hoping for the sun. And she'll sing her song to anyone that comes along. Fragile as a leaf in autumn, just falling to the ground without a sound. Crooked little smile on her face tells a tale of grace. That's all I owe. Fragile as a leaf in autumn, just falling to the ground without a sound. Spinning, laughing, dancing to her favorite song. She's a little girl with nothing wrong, and she's all alone. A little girl with nothing wrong, and she's all alone. Next, I'm going to sing something of my own. It's a song I wrote quite a while back, but it still resonates. I think take it as you will with the words. And knew the point was turning sour quickly. And what you said was not intended to soothe. 'Cause here I am with my head in the sand and a note chip on my shoulder, listening to every word with a sense of well-known trepidation. I mean, oh, rationality has no power here. And what is said may not be right, but it's taken in anyway. Whoa. It's a difficult, sensitive man to know. But sense and rationality don't go in tow. 'Cause here I am with my head in the sand and a note chip on my shoulder, listening to every word with a sense of well-known trepidation. I mean, oh, rationality has no power here. And what is said may not be right, but it's taken in anyway. I mean, oh, rationality has no power here. Yeah. And what is said may not be right, but it's taken in anyway. Oh. Okay, thank you. Right, I'll do a Christmas song now, guys. Just, you know, keep the tone up. Right, you'll all know this one, guys. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be dear to us once more. Someday soon we all be together, if the fates allow. Until then we'll all have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Thank you. Okay, what am I doing next? Right. So, those who don't know, I'm at drama school. So I'm in my second year, and this term in person, I know it was a miracle. but we did Caucasian Talk Circle by Brecht, which has a singer in it. So second they say singer, obviously I'm like, I'll write all the songs and do it. I still shared the role because drama school, but I wrote a few songs. So this is just because they're all quite short because it's throughout a play. So this is just a snippet of one of the songs that the main character, Grusha, well, it's Brecht, it's all, you know, muddled, but Grusha is at trial with a child that she saved, and the real mother's appeared, and it's her actual thoughts that are sung rather than said. So this is what she thinks. He who wears the shoes of gold tramples on the weak and the old, does evil all day long and mocks at her own. Oh, to carry as one's own, heavy is the heart of stone. The power to do ill wears out the will. Hunger he will dread, not those that go unfed. Feel the full of night, but not the light. Hunger he will dread, not those that go unfed. Feel the full of night, but not the light. And I think I'm going to do another cover, but it's not Christmassy, but I really do like this song, so I'm just going to sing it for everyone.
And just because I did put in the chat, but just in case others didn't, what we'd love everyone to do, if you happen to have a pencil or a pen on you, is and a piece of paper. We're not going to ask any shares. There's no sharing this evening, but if you could just doodle something you hope for. It doesn't matter. It can be even a squiggle. It can be something that maybe it doesn't exist on the paper, but exists from you. And that will be tied to the ending ritual. But we want you to take from Natasha's incredibly stunning voice. But Natasha, your voice also borders on wanting me to flood myself in emotion and tears. So that's a perfect way of being able to draw to. So I'm really sorry for jumping in. It's just because I completely forgot to do that. And I think my 2 access supporters are supposed to remind me have also completely just drowned themselves in your music. So just jumping in there. So thank you so much. Obviously it's very optional. You don't have to, but it will help you for our ending ritual. So thank you very much.
Stone and concrete set, the parting scene as he slips away from her view. At the cross she'll pace as the turbine starts. In a curve you'll pierce through the night.
Natasha, sorry, you're completely quiet now. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Unless I make you co-host, and maybe that might change. Okay. You're co-host now, so you could. If not, if everyone could just turn their volumes up quite high.
Can you hear that? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'll just try to be close to the mic. Alright. I'll just pick up from the chorus. It's quite
It is quiet again, though. It is quiet.
It is quiet.
Oh, it's a bit, yeah. Jane, I'm sorry. It's just Zoom. We just sometimes have to just. Okay. Okay, then go on.
All right. Okay. sailing now, free from doubt. In her heart, she's by his side, sailing now. Road that takes you home, clutching at the keys, counting makeshift rosary beads. Hope to catch the sight of that I seek. Just the thought, it brings me to my knees. Sailing now, free from doubt. In her heart, she's by your side, sailing now. Okay, I'll do one of my own songs now. This was a song written fairly early in lockdown days. And we were still doing claps for carers and all of that, and very early on. So yes, I'll just do a verse or two from that sort of song. Thursday evening strikes again, and I can hear the world out there, watching the theater that I miss and your kiss, and I forever see the human connection brings us back to some form of reality. Long to be free. No net ensnares me, just these four walls to keep you safe. And I'll be as free as a bird out of its cage. Like Jane Eyre, I will run away until the place where I will feel safe, and you will see me again. It's like Jane Eyre, I will run away until the place where I will feel safe, and you will see me again. Let's sniff it of that. I don't know how much time we've got, so I don't know whether to fit in another song for doing Seed again.
Yeah. Let's just say yeah.
Okay.
That was really beautiful, Natasha.
Thank you. Yeah, this song is another. I mean, lockdown just made me a writer. So this was, I think, a friend who's watching was going through a difficult time. So this is where this stems from. If I knew how this would turn out, I suppose we'd all be better. But we both know that's wishful thinking and hopeful, as we can't control the weather. And I know everything seems so impossible now. With the pain and uncertainty, I wish I had the words to make it all okay, to make the world safe. I wish I could take it all away, but I can't, that's not the case. To make it all okay, to make the world safe. I wish I could take it all away, but I can't, that's not the case. If only I could fly to you and wrap you in some protective cocoon, I would without a doubt. Yet I can't, but here I am at the end of the phone when you need a call. And I know everything seems so impossible now. With the pain and uncertainty, I wish I had the words to make it all okay. To make the world safe, I wish I could take it all away. But I can't, that's not the case. To make it all okay. To make the world safe, I wish I could take it all away. But I can't, that's not the case.
Absolutely stunning. We've not heard any of these songs by Natasha, so it's yeah, heartbreaking, but also I was going to say so nurturing and nourishing too. I haven't seen my mum since 2019. Don't cry, Eleanor. So yeah, I feel really connected to my family through your songs. So thank you so much. We also have kind of run out of our funding because we've come to the very end of Magical Women for the year as well. But I think I'm going to kind of nip into the funding bud and commission this song with your permission as well, because it's absolutely stunning, Natasha. And I think we need, Gemma and I will find a way of creating another podcast with some of your music. So thanks so very much. We are coming to the end. We have 6 minutes left. Permission for commission. Yes, Sparky. On a mission. Magical Women on a mission. If you can spare just 5 more minutes, Natasha is going to do end with the Magical Women sort of like theme tune of the year, which is Seed. And then we are going to go into our ending ritual. So what I'd like you to do while Natasha is singing Seed, I'd like you all to draw a star within your drawing. So wherever you've made a drawing, even if it's squiggles, I'd like you to just find a place on the paper to draw a star. And it doesn't matter where. Natasha's music will help you find where it should be.
Why can't I look up and see there's something bright above me? Why can't I see I'm the seed? I need a little nourishing, but I'll get there, and I will grow on my own. I took my time to see that right in front of me is all I need. You came and you cherished me. Don't just pick me up to leave me standing by so prettily, 'cause I'm more than just a seed. I'm more than just your ornament to keep. This seed will grow out into the world, but for no one else but me. But I may need help, just see the potential I could reach with some nourishing. The potential just within reach, beyond the surface of my dream. within me is something beautiful. I just need to break through the surface to reach its feet. Sometimes we just need a little nourishing to grow out of our seed, but not to be used to stand by, looking on prettily. I'm more than just an ornament to keep. This seed will grow out into the world, but for no one else but me. But I made it out, just see the potential I could reach with some nourishing. The potential just within reach, beyond the surface of my dream. Why can't I look up and see that right in front of me is all I need?
Thank you, Natasha. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you. And just for those who might have joined late, Natasha wrote that in response to a neurodivergent-led writing workshop. I was facilitating writing from the neurodivergent way, often the way that's not often allowed or people don't seek to find out what is the neurodivergent brain or kind of way. So it was absolutely, sorry, I'm spotlighting myself again. Sorry about this. By the way, amazing dress, Natasha. I love it as well. So yeah, the work that came out of that, it was an incredible gathering. But like our artist of the season, Francis Winter, artist, has said, I've given you a new name. We can truly share from the roots of our beings in Magical Women, and that's something that's really precious and should really be nourished. So I'm going over to Gemma now. Gemma's back with the candles. She's back with the fire. So what she's going to do, 1 second, where is Gemma? Find you. Oh, fire girl. There you go. Fire. So as you can see, you've got the 3 candles lit, and on your pieces of paper with your star in the picture, the whole idea is that this star in your picture will guide your way to the thing that you hope for, that you've drawn, whether abstractly, metaphorically, or even maybe you've just boldly said it to yourself. This is what I hope for 2021. So it's going to shine and guide the way for you. And we, in our closing ritual, we're going to, in our own minds now, no sharing, we will be thinking back on our reflections and setting affirmation, or I prefer the word mantra to affirmation, but a kind of intention for things to leave behind in 2020. I'm sure that many of us would love to leave a lot behind in 2020, and things to journey towards in 2021. Gemma, because you're near candles, let me just put this into the chat just so that setting affirmations and mantras. I'll just put this into the chat for everyone. So even if you haven't caught up and we're going a little bit fast, it doesn't matter. But this is what the closing ritual is all about. And so Gemma has written on a piece of paper, even if she hasn't, just for the moment, you have. Okay, wonderful. So on the piece of paper, she's written something that she would like to leave behind in 2020. Oh, and it's for the future, is it? Okay, I've mixed this up. I do apologize. Let us all grow and you can unmute yourself.
Let us all grow in happiness and creativity.
Okay, so scrap the not the thing you want to leave behind. This is definitely the thing that we want to journey to. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the candle. We do not recommend this at home at all. Jem has completely told me that she's fine with singeing the paper. And the metaphor is that the smoke going into the air will be going into the future and sending the message to the stars. But for all of you, you've drawn a picture and you've got a star already, so you don't need to do this at home, but this is just the ritual together. So she singed the paper, hopefully, not set her table or beautiful Christmas decorations alight. And the smoke now is going up into the air to the stars and sending that wish, that hope for the future. And at the end, we were going to sing Auld Lang Syne, but we feel that we have come to the very end. So Gemma, am I okay to choose you to sing our Auld Lang Syne for us? Do you know the words? Oh, you're on mute again. Still on mute.
Sorry. We can leave it on the candles, and I'm happy to sing Auld Lang Syne if you're happy to listen to me squawk it.
She's an amazing singer. Let's hear her squawk it. And this means that you're very welcome to leave, because this is going to be the kind of end of our ritual. And we thank you so very much for joining us for this solstice. We've absolutely adored your warmth and your light. And I'm so happy to see so many of you here, and also the new ones. We'd really love you to join us in our workshops or in our spaces, virtual spaces. Next year. We'll be back end of January with workshops. So go ahead, Gemma.
Okay.
Yes, and so what we're trying to say is just leave when it feels right. And when Gemma stops singing, that is like the very end. Okay, right.
For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. I've done that very low. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgotten, Auld Lang Syne? And surely you'll be your pine stop, and surely I'll be mine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my love, for Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot, for Auld Lang Syne? We twain run about the braes and through the gowans fine, but we wandered many a weary fit, seeing Auld Lang Syne. We twain have paddled in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us braid hae rose, seeing Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? Thank you very much.
Ooh. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm just
Thank
dropping
you.
some of the wonderful links in there. And Natasha, I don't know if Natasha, do save the chat. You've had some incredible comments that I have not read out to you. I'll also save it and send it to you just in case one of us forgets. And yeah, do feel free, everyone, to save the chat, anyone who shared their work this evening, because the comments are absolutely wonderful. So to everyone, we are closed tomorrow. So do catch our exhibitions online, and we will be back probably the 4th or 5th of January, but we won't be back until after our evaluation. So no workshops until the end of January. Okay, thanks so much for coming. Bye.
How do we save the chat?
There's 3 dots next to file in the chat. If not, Jem or one of us will save it and send it to you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't have a file, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Then bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
And then I save the chat to not forget. So,
Oh.
right. Still lots of people. Okay.
Go back in that hallway.
Hi.
But, hi, Francis. Oh, hi.
I don't think that many people know about it.
Just gonna. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Beautiful evening.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Who said this? Sorry.
Me, ma'am.
Right. Okay. I just removed them in the end because they didn't leave. Oh, you're on mute again.
Had to let Megan back in.
Oh, yeah.
Joining.
I thought Frances was going to say something to us, but I couldn't speak to her while there were 2 people that I didn't know were in the room.
Yeah, that's what we can just, if we just send a thank you email tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then that's.
Yeah.
We'll blow these candles out now.
I'll just message Frances now, though, just to say.
Well, I've had this sat here all evening just so that I can go, cheers.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming this evening. I wanted to say it through Zoom, but it was difficult with 2 strangers. What did she say when she said me? Who said that? She didn't say her name.
Actually, no, but I was trying to find them, but I think they said me and then signed off.
Okay. I wanted to say it through Zoom, but it was difficult with 2 strangers.
Oh no, I think Megan's been bouncing in and out.
So thank you again for sharing the poetry, and we shall. Oh, she's messaged me. Okay, it's fine. Don't you worry. I'll just have her on speaker, so just say thank you. Ooh. If she gets through. If not, do not worry. Probably not. It's not working. Oops. My phone seems to be very quiet. Okay, well, don't worry. The internet totally bottomed out here. It was fine when I tested this afternoon. It was a beautiful event. Sorry I let you down. What should I reply? Because I'm always saying to her, don't worry, no worries. But it wasn't her fault for the internet. But I just want to keep saying not no worries. Like, glad you thought so.
Say thank you for trying to be here. We can't help the internet.
Okay, cool. So if you could save the chat as well, and I save the chat as well, then we've both saved it. I've saved it about twice, but just in case. I don't want to really message Anne again. She always I love Anna, but at the same time, it's very intrusive. Constantly messaging me.
Why, what's she done now?
No, nothing bad. Just she messaged all afternoon. Hi, Eleanor, please can I have your address? Can you please send me your address because I really want to send you a card. Please send me. And it was just, I just was so busy. I had mentoring and stuff and I couldn't think. I just thought
like that, people can get in touch with, they can just email, can't they?
Yeah. And then she goes, oh, I can't use the email because I don't know how to use the email. And she's a bit like Jane. Jane wants perfection, but Anna just wants, what's the word? Oh goodness, no, I don't want to call her.
Just constant reassurance as well, and
A bit over the top. Like she's a mother of a 16-year-old, and okay, I'm being very ableist there. Just ignore me, but just a bit too much. Like just. I don't know, like I need reassurance too, but not to that extent. Anyway, I'm being a bit horrible, so ignore me, but yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is that she's always going, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And then like, she's constantly saying, I sold this, I sold that, I sold, and it's just a bit like, your life is not too bad, Anna. I don't ever sell anything. Anyway, this was a really lovely evening. Thank you.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of little, well,
what do you mean?
A couple of little worries, weren't there? Like with the last minute realization of what's her face.
I am so sorry about having a bit of a meltdown with you, but like when she started talking about and my teeth are all gnashed and they're all little pegs, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, like.
What we did say at the beginning, and I put something in chat about keeping it light, and the entire thing was, I'm glad people really enjoyed it, but it was also quite an abrupt change from everything else. Shush, dog. In a minute.
He agrees. Yeah, I just thank you for keeping me calm, but I think we had to jump in there. The only one I knew was the Enchantress, and she didn't do any ones that I knew of hers, like the ones that I published in the magazine. So it was kind of like she could have done some really politically funny pieces, but she chose to do these kind of women covered in blood, and you know, and it's just
yeah, and the native headdress.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Should we have said something?
I think I was obviously uncomfortable when I mentioned about the outfit because someone had put a comment up.
I was uncomfortable when I said, "Oh, what's on your head?" and then I realized too late.
I think.
Should we put the thing out?
She's just of that age where she doesn't realize it's.
Should
but
we?
I think in future manifesto, I think we need to say, like,
no, the manifesto.
Please be sensitive to.
It says stuff like it says stuff like that. I mean, I was very surprised she was so kind to Sparky, because she doesn't. She's you know, one of those who really doesn't. Yeah. I think it's worth writing to everyone who came, minus Wendy and minus Deborah, and mentioning that we acknowledged and saw that there was a racist appropriation going on, and that due to she had not mentioned she would be wearing this, and Eleanor had not quite noticed what it was. And could you like somehow just write a little sentence to just say, we thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for coming. And then just put a disclaimer at the bottom to say, we sincerely apologise if any of the material or imagery you saw was triggering or for some cultural appropriation that we did notice, but there wasn't a sensitive way of mentioning it without silencing the ND voice in the moment. And because we're ND ourselves, we couldn't quite get our heads around how to deal with that in the future. We will try and find a better way.
Yeah, I think so. Could you write that really quickly into the chat for me? Just so that I've got that.
Can I just let my dog out? Because that's
Yeah,
what she...
really. Yes.
She'll stop being distracted.
Thank you so much. I wanted to say it through Zoom, but it was difficult.
Caused by images of cultural appropriation that we hadn't been aware were going to be brought to the table.
And I'm so glad I put my foot down to Megan as well, because Megan should know better. Oh, but couldn't we just promise her for Facebook? No! You know, we're not the place to do survivors poetry. Nearly all of them are. I'm sorry, oh, it's still recording. I'm going to stop this. Bloody recording.
Anti-lep project.